All right, folks, summer is just around the corner. You know what that means, right? It's time to start thinking about how we can beat the relentless heat. Because let me tell you, keeping your cool isn't just about comfort. Oh no, it's also crucial to avoid serious health issues like stroke and exhaustion. Yeah, you heard me right. So what's the plan, you ask? Well, maybe you're in a rental without an AC, or you simply don't want to keep it running all night. And that's okay, because I've got your back. I'm here with some practical and totally doable tips to help you stay cool, even without an AC. And hey, if you're new here at I Am Civil Engineer, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Now, let's dive right in, shall we? You've probably heard the old saying, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. So, what's relevance? Well, keeping your house cool doesn't just reduce your energy bills, it also makes your space a lot more comfortable. Now, isn't that something worth striving for? Let's start with our tip number 1. Close your drapes or blinds. Yes, we don't want the sun to give us heat at this time of the year. What you say? Obviously, it's important that you close up those drapes and won't let the sun rays come inside your house. Apply shades to that big, beautiful window out there. So, try to find a medium-colored drapes with plastic backing, and that alone will help you get rid of the 33% of heat. If you've got some extra bucks, try and fetch that insulated cellular shades. They're even more helpful to stay you cool by 60%. Now for the next tip. Let me ask you a question. In summers, what's the room that you'd like to avoid going in? Yes, obviously kitchen. Why? Because it has got that stove. So, it's best that you keep it off and try use some no-cook recipe. Now for next, I'll say it's my favorite. Have you ever heard a term cross-ventilation? Yes. That's the most effective and cheap way to get rid of the hot air from inside of your house. The trick is keeping your windows closed during daytime, but in the evening, open them up to let cooler air get into the house. You can try placing a pedestal opposite to the window to help kick out the hot air. Another trick. Try to open smaller window for the air to get in and large window to let it out. Now the AC does one thing very efficiently, and that is exhausting the hot air out. But you don't need an AC to do just this part. Use exhaust fan to blow out the hot air. So try running the exhaust fans in your bathroom and kitchen to kick the hot air out. If you're living in a multi-story property, try to keep the windows of upper portion always open. It'll take the cool air from downstairs and keep your house cool. Now comes the most typical of what we do. Yes, running a ceiling fan. Obviously, ceiling fan help you stay cool and uses 90% less energy than an AC. Make sure your fan blades are set to run counterclockwise.
Let's go DIY. Yes, you can. You have a bit of combinations to stay cooler too. You can try and hang a cold, wet sheet in front of the fan, or try spraying cool water in the air, or place some ice cubes in front of the fan, or placing frozen water bottles to the back of the fan. All these tricks work, and you'll say, well, I don't need an AC now. Now let's take a bit of help from the outdoor landscape. Yeah, I'm talking about the trees. If you've got shady trees around your house, you'll definitely feel cooler in comparison to your neighbor who's got none in the front yard. So, try to use the awnings along with the tree branches to help your house stay cooler in summers. Now the text tip is to insulate your doors and keeping unused doors shut. Yes, you've heard that right. If you love staying in one particular room, so close the doors of other rooms. You don't want to taste the heat of other rooms, right? Closing off parts of the house keeps the cooler air concentrated in a single R and help you stay cool. Similarly, we emphasize a lot about caulking and insulating doors against nasty draughts. But the thing is important in summers also. That's because we don't want the hot air to come inside of our house. Keep humidity at bay. Yes, humid climate can make your summers the worst of your life. So try and use a dehumidifier. I know that these dehumidifiers won't reduce the room temperature, but in reality, they can help control the sticky, thick air that will otherwise make your days more worse. Have you ever thought why we feel more uncomfortable in humid summers? That's because humidity decreases the rate at which our sweat evaporates. So, we feel much hotter and sweatier in humid weather. So it's always best to invest in a dehumidifier. So, you see we've got plenty of options to stay cool in summers without having to use our AC and pay hefty energy bills. If you've got another secret tip that you'd like to share, do share it below. That's all about our today's episode. If you've liked it, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you're new here, make sure to hit subscribe button and hit that bell notification icon.